No mercy. I have no mercy on your soul. No mercy on your soul. Invasion has no mercy on our souls. What is everybody? This is Daniel Rock 08. 2001 year in review continues with WWF No Mercy, which was actually a pretty decent show. Actually, these invasion shows are good. They are good. Invasion was good. SummerSlam was good. Unforgiven was kind of meh. No Mercy is really good. But the problem is while on the surface, these are good matches. But from a storyline standpoint, they're shit. They're really shitty. And if it wasn't for this whole invasion storyline going on, yeah, these would be regarded as very good shows. No Mercy is, if you toss out the invasion storyline, it's a really damn fine show. One of the best shows there is. But again, it's stuck in the cancerous of the invasion alliance storyline. So it's a bad show in of itself. All these are bad shows because of the disappointing storyline. So let's continue. No Mercy. We have the Hardy Boys defending successfully against the Hurricane and Lance Storm in a decent opening tag team match. Not much to say about this match. It was just your run-of-the-mill tag team title match, and they're just kind of just teaming up these alliance members willy-nilly, filly-dilly, whatever. Because Mike Awesome's long gone, and they got the superhero Hurricane, whatever. A 6. Next up, we have the newest alliance member. Well, he's been an alliance member. It doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for Test to be in the alliance. However, of all of the defectors, they actually use Test quite well. And you know what? I don't actually mind Test being in the invasion, being part of the alliance, because he actually looks like a guy that would become a WCW superstar anyways. Test defeats Kane in just a match. 5.5, not much to talk about. Next up, we have a lingerie match between Tori Wilson and Stacy Keibler, or basically just a bra and panties match minus the pinfall. We have a lingerie match, and I should give it a dud, but I'm not going to. I thought it was a decent match, but again, they're eye candy, especially Tori Wilson and Stacy Keibler. They're eye candy. And next to Rob Van Dam, they really are the most over people in the alliance. Actually, Tori Wilson's no longer part of the alliance. She now is a part of Team WWF for some particular reason, because she's dating Tajiri. So, next to Rob Van Dam, if you want to believe it or not, Stacy Keibler really is the most over person in the alliance. Go figure, right? Anyways, just because of how much skin is being shown here, a 3 out of 10. Next up, Edge defeats Christian for the Intercontinental title in a ladder match. A very fine Intercontinental Championship ladder match. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. The concerto on top of the ladder spot is really great. However, unfortunately, you have to throw in Christian being a part of the alliance, and there's really no reason for him to be in the alliance. Why can't he just turn on Edge and not join the alliance? He's still Team WWF. I mean, the storyline right there speaks for itself. Edge versus Christian, brother versus brother. You don't need Christian joining the alliance to really drive home with it. You already have enough storyline going in here that will do wonders. This ladder match is very good. But there's a lot of ladder matches in 2001. You had the Royal Rumble 2001 between Jericho and Benoit. You had the TLC ladder match at WrestleMania. You had TLC 3 on a SmackDown. You had the ladder match between RVD and Jeff Hardy. I'm pretty sure there was you had a ladder match between Kurt Angle and Benoit. You had a lot of ladder matches. A lot. Quite frankly, a little too much ladder matches in 2001. And this, you know, this is a fine ladder match, but it should be like stellar. These are the master of the ladder match, the master of the chairs, the master of the tables, and they use them all in this match. So this is a good match. But after watching all those other ladder matches, Jericho and Benoit, the TLC match from WrestleMania, the TLC 3, you just kind of can't take any more ladder matches in one particular year. A 7.5 out of 10. They didn't need Christian join the Alliance, but still a fun match. The Dudley Boys defeat Tajiri and the Big Show for the WWF Tag Team titles. I should mention that the Hardy Boys are the WCW Tag Team Champions. So the Dudley Boys are the WWF Tag Team Champions. And this is, or wait, maybe they were the WCW Tag Team Champions. I'm actually confused. I actually forgot who was which title. The Hardy Boys are the WWF Tag Team Champions. The Dudley Boys are the WCW Tag Team Champions. I think. I don't know. Anyways, this is a meh match. A 4 out of 10. Next up, The Undertaker defeats Booker T in the worst match on the show. And Undertaker just basically buries the shit out of Booker T. And Undertaker beats him in a fairly poorly, boring-ass match. I felt Undertaker, besides his match with Triple H at WrestleMania 17, was actually pretty piss poor. This is probably, from a wrestling match standpoint, his worst year he's had. 2001 was not good for The Undertaker. In fact, this is a step up from his DDP beatdowns, and that's what they're called. Beatdowns, not matches. They're beatdowns. Believe that, bitch. This is a step up from the beatdowns, but that's not saying a lot. Undertaker, he had the Brothers of Destruction Tag Team title reigns, which was fine. Match with Triple H was awesome. But then he had his feud with DDP, has this match with Booker T, and so for some reason he wins the Hardcore title at Vengeance. Whatever the fuck. A 3 out of 10, a very bad match. Match of the night, we go to The Rock defeating Chris Jericho for the WCW World Heavyweight Championship in one of Chris Jericho's finest matches, and one of Rock's finest matches, and in one of the finest matches there is in 2001. It's a top 10 match, best matches in 2001. It's not the absolute best match of 2001. I would go with the TLC match from WrestleMania 17, but this is way up there in the top 10. The Rock versus Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho does the unthinkable. It's funny. He never did he never did even get a title shot for the WCW title in WCW. The closest he ever was that little mini feud that didn't go anywhere with Goldberg or Greenberg in 1998. But in this shitty invasion angle going on here, Jericho wins the WCW Championship and beats The Rock almost pretty damn well clean. It's funny. Steve Austin wouldn't put Jericho over. Triple H sure as fuck wouldn't put Jericho over. No one else would. The Rock actually puts Chris Jericho over. Not once, but this is the first time he put Chris Jericho over. He then puts him over again at Vengeance, and then he puts him over a third time at Royal Rumble. This is the first of the 3 trilogy of matches that they have together, and this is their finest of the 3. A very good match. A 9 out of 10, the finest of their trilogy, and Chris Jericho goes over in a big way, capturing the WCW World Heavyweight Championship, his first world title, and it's a marvelous, marvelous victory. Kudos to you, Chris Jericho. A 9 out of 10. And this was a fine match. Next up, we have Stone Cold Steve Austin defeating Kurt Angle and Rob Van Dam the whole damn show in a great triple threat match for the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship belt. This was a great triple threat match. They teased Rob Van Dam joining Team WWF because he is leaving a limousine with Vince McMahon, whatever the fuck. This is a great match. Now, for some reason, the hardcore title is not on the line, even though it's a 24/7 ruling title. So when Steve Austin wins, he's not the hardcore champion, but whatever the fuck. This is a great match, and somehow Rob Van Dam, because he's so fucking over in the Alliance, he main events a pay-per-view, and it's a great match. Rob Van Dam is the only guy who gets put over in such a major way in the Alliance. Rob Van Dam, and the only reason why he's being pushed so hard, and the only reason why he's main eventing pay-per-views, the only reason why he main evented No Mercy, the only reason why he got put in the main event Survivor Series, the only reason why he is so good and getting pushed is because the fans fucking love him. You know, Rob Van Dam was awesome. Stone Cold Steve Austin was awesome. Kurt Angle was awesome. This was a great, awesome match. An 8.5 out of 10. Very good show overall. Minus Undertaker versus Booker T. This is an easy watch. If you take away the Alliance, and you take away the shitty shit storm of the invasion angle going on, this is actually a very good show. On par with SummerSlam. A 6 out of 10. A very good show. On par with Backlash 2001. On par with those shows. Very good show. A 6 out of 10. But, again, the cancer that was the invasion plagues this show from being called one of the finest shows out there. But if you took away the invasion angle, this is a good show overall. You have a great ladder match. You have an awesome WCW title match. And you have a good, very great triple threat match for the WWF title. Other than Undertaker versus Booker T, this show is a good watch, is a great watch, is easy to watch. Catch you next time for Survivor Series, the end of the invasion. Thank God, as it's winner take all. What is winner takes all? Well, one will live, one will die. If it dies, it dies. Thank God, it does die. Catch you next time.